All right, y'all, we're back. I'm Reg.
I am Darryl.
And this is our sports talk. All right, Darryl, we're going to do something different. Do something we never did. Top 15 tag teams of all time.
All right.
All right, here we go. This tag team could go toe-to-toe with any other tag team in any division. They could. They won the belt 3 times in the WWF. One of the toughest tag teams around, the APA, Acolyte Protection Agency.
Yes,
Farouk,
they were. Them boys,
Bradshaw and Farouk.
No, they was tough. They were rough houses. Had those guys stayed together 10, 15 years, they might have won. They might be a new demolitions, won 8, 9 times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, this tag team known for the Cachetto, and they revolutionized tables, ladders, and chairs, having classic matches with the Hardy Boys, winning the belt 7 times. Edge and Christian.
Had those guys stayed together a lot longer, they kept breaking up. They might have won a tag team at least just as many times as the Dudley Boys. They was good, athletic, quick, agile, and can wrestle.
Man, you know they wanted to go get their individual careers going. That's what it was.
Yeah.
All right, this tag team, number 13, achieved something nobody else achieved in no wrestling federation. They literally had belts in other in more than just one other country. They had the belt over in Mexico, the belt over in Chile. They won the WWE NXT belt. They won the TNA belt 5 times, the ROH belt 1 time. They won the WWE belt 1 time. They had you name the tag team belt, they had it. The Hardy Boys.
That's another tag team. Like the other 2 tag teams, had they stayed together 10, 15 years, they could have won 12, 13 times as tag teams. They was just that good. And they beat some tag teams that,
yes, sir,
that we thought they couldn't do.
Yes, sir.
Upsets, the Hardy Boys.
Yes, sir. All right, this tag team started in the 80s. Dennis Conde, Randy Ross, and Noble Austin, Bobby Eaton, Stan Lane. The group won tag belts 10 times, 2 in the NWA, 3 in the WCW, 2 in MSW. Then they won the American Tag Team belt 2 times, AWA belt once, the Midnight Express.
You know, when I first saw them, I believe to me they wasn't that great of a tag team, but they showed food meat.
Yes, sir.
They got good, because they're not the biggest tag team.
No.
They're athletic, they're small, they're quick, and they know how to break you down in so many ways.
Had some classic bouts with the 4 Horsemen.
Yes, and they gave the 4 Horsemen some close battles. Some very close battles.
Yes, sir.
They good.
Yes, sir.
They're blowing that list.
This tag team at number 11, Robert Gibson, starting in 1983, Ricky Morton, Hall of Famers, winning the tag team belts 9 times in the NWA. Also SMW champions 10 times. That's Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And they won the MSW Tag Team Champions 3 times, Mid-Southern Wrestling. Also, the CWA won championship over there. No other than the Rock and Roll Express.
These guys were underrated.
They were small tag team, but they was bad.
They won a few matches. These guys can't wrestle. These guys surprised everybody, baby. They came together, and they also pulled out the upsets. And they beat some great Hall of Fame tag teams.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They went back and forth with the 4 Horsemen.
That's right.
All right, we got this tag team was a stable. Like they started in 1979. Consists of Michael P.S. Hayes, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, and Buddy Jack Roberts, and Jim Sam and Jimmy Jam Gren, winning NWA tag belts. They made a rule that any 2 members could wrestle for the belt, defend the belt. They're the reason why you got interest music today. And if it wasn't for this group, there would not been a 4 Horsemen. They were the first faction in wrestling. The Fabulous Freebirds.
Those were some bad young boys, man. I mean, to me, they should have got more tag team opportunities, title shots, but they didn't. And a lot of tag teams avoided these guys.
Yeah.
They knew if they face them, they could lose.
This tag team, one of my favorites. Booker T and Stevie Ray are regarded as one of the most dominating tag teams in WCW history, holding the gold 10 times, a record that was not broken in the WCW. This group was known as the Harlem Heat.
Yes, they were. They started WCW, and they started on the hot foot, and they had Scary Sherry, and boy, they just dominated.
Man, Harlem Heat was that dog.
Was that
I used to love that music. No, yes, yes, yes.
Yes, they was that deal, man. The Harlem Heat was that deal.
All right, this tag team coming straight out of Michigan. Straight up, Rick and Scott Steiner, having a legacy with winning the tag team belts 11 times. They are the first tag team to hold WWF, WCW, IWGP World Tag Team titles, winning the WCW, NWA belts 7 times, winning the WWF Tag Team belts 2 times, and the IWGP 2 times. That's Japan Wrestling. No other than the Steiner brothers. They used to name their stuff the Steiner Recliner, the Steiner Line, the Frankensteiner. Remember that?
Those boys came along with demolitions, and they were very scary. They might have been big, but they were so athletic. And at that time, you had very few wrestlers at that size that could be move around that ring. And them boys was, I wonder who would have won in their prime. Them against Legion of Doom, both in their prime.
Well, we'll find out. Check this out. Check this out. So, I'm going to give some shout out, honorable mention to a tag team that I liked a lot. They weren't a Hall of Famer, but I liked them a whole lot. Beer Money. I used to like them boys. It was Rude and your boy, the Cowboy Bob Orton. I used to, no, not Cowboy Bob, James Storm. I'm sorry, the Cowboy James Storm. I used to love what he'd find out you had to wrestle them, and he would look at you and go, "You got to wrestle against us? Oh, sorry about your damn luck." I used to love them guys.
Them guys were underrated. And when James Storm beat Kurt Angle in the championship match with TNA title, that shut my mouth altogether. Not only he didn't beat Kurt Angle, the rematch, he broke Kurt Angle down. I had never seen Kurt Angle get broken down like that.
Yeah, them boys was bad. So I give an honorable mention to them, and I'm gonna give an honorable mention to another tag team, Jumping B. Bronzell and B. Brian Bear, the Killer Bees.
Killer
I used to
Bees.
like that. I think they only won the tag belts once, but that was I like the Killer Bees.
Yes, they were. Had they came along now or in the 90s, they might have won 8-9 times. But back then, you know, I know there were certain tag teams that got title shots.
Yeah.
Everybody else didn't come no one contender.
Right.
And like I said, had they came along in the 90s or the 2000s,
They might have won more of the belts.
yes, they would have.
All right, this tag team at number 7, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Bret the Hitman Hart, tag team belts 2 times, holding the belt for a combined total of 483 days. The first reign was 274 days. The second reign was 209 days. No other than the Hart Foundation.
Those are bad boys. I wish they had stayed together longer. Bret Hart went on his own to do his thing. His brother, he did okay. But as a single wrestler, he didn't do as well as his brother.
No, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. No, he
no.
matter of fact, I think he tagged with somebody else.
Yeah.
This group, we're talking about factions, this was one of the most powerful factions around. Hulk Hogan, Nash, Hall, X-Pac. The group revolutionized wrestling with their hostile takeover storyline. In 1996, during the Monday Night Wars, WCW won the ratings over the WWF for 83 consecutive weeks because of this faction. The NWO, the New World Order.
Yes, they were. When they were the WCW, those guys at times in their prime, they were the best group since the Four Horsemen.
Yep.
They dominated.
Yes, they did.
And the ratings
tore up everybody.
And
they
the
beat everybody.
Like you said, WCW up here, they were E down here.
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were. They tore it
Yes,
up.
they were. Yes, they were. All right, this tag team, they dominated the NWA, the WCW. This group ran monopoly on the NWA and the WCW, holding at one point all the belts. Ric Flair had the heavyweight belt, 8-time champion at the time. Arn Anderson was the 4-time TV champion, multi-tag team champion also. Tully Blanchard was the 3-time TV champ and the tag team champion. Barry Windham was the U.S. champion. Let's see. Benoit and Malenko had the tag team belts. Arn Anderson and Blanchard held the tag team belts twice. No other than the Four Horsemen.
You had a lot of dominant groups, but there was nothing could come close to the Four Horsemen. Even then, even now, they had all the belts.
Yep.
Who could beat them?
They had all, at one point they held all.
Yes,
they had the TV title,
yes,
the world title,
US
the
title.
U.S. title.
Yes.
They had the tag team belts, and there was another belt. I think they had the Europe. There was another belt over there at the time, and somebody had it. You named the belt. The Four Horsemen had it. At one time, they had all the belts. Yes, they did. Now this group was the reason why the WWF. They were a major reason why the WWF won the Monday Night Wars. They monopolized the WWF and the WWE being one of the reasons, like I said, that the WWF, WWE won the Monday Night Battle. Each member of the group at one time held gold. Triple H, world champion. Shawn Michaels, 14-time champion. Triple H, 24 times. Billy Gunn, 14 times. X-Pac, 9 times. Road Dogg, 8. China had 3 belts. Rick Rude had 1. Oh, that's my man. That was my man name with that wrestle with Cowboy Storm was Rick Rude. Stephanie McMahon. No, that was Ravish Rick Rude that held the belt here. I think. I'm not sure. Stephanie McMahon had a belt, and Hornswoggle even had a belt. This group, D-Generation X, revolutionized and was one of the major reasons why the WWF won the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah, because when they got together, the challenge in NWO, that became a rival and a battle. To me, at that time, they should have went against each other. Who would have won? Who would have won?
Who? What you doing?
NWO and those guys.
Oh, that would have been a good fight.
Who would have won?
That would have been a good fight. All right, this tag team belt, this tag team title, 22 World Tag Team Championships, 8-time WWF and WWE. The ECW TNA, 8-time ECW, 2-time TNA, 2-time Japanese Pro, 1-time the Hustle Sport Championship, the Dudley Boys.
They didn't just win championships. Man, let me tell you something. They ran through the division of any federation. They should be number 1, number 2 of all time as a group. There will never be another Ducks. Ever.
No.
Today, tomorrow, or never.
Yep. This tag team, one of the best. Number 2, Hall of Famers. The WWF World Tag Team Champions 3 times for a combined record of 698 days they held the championship. The first reign, 16, they had 16 months the first reign. They stood as a record for 3 decades. No other than Axis Smash Demolition.
Man, they didn't just dominate.
All
Those
right,
guys.
Reggie, I'm getting ready to go.
All right, see you later. Love you too.
Those guys was big, strong. Glad to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Those guys was big, strong, athletic, and for guys that agility, they can move around in that ring, and they dominated. Oh my goodness! How about this match? Them and Legion of Doom.
Well, speaking of Legion of Doom, the number 1 team on this list, in everything I checked, they had the number 1 team out of the top 100, and they called LOD the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. They were the 2-time tag team champions, IMP tag team champions, PWI tag team champions, from 83 to 86, ranked number 1 out of the top 100 best tag teams of all times. In 2023, LOD, Legion of Doom.
That's another big guys. Big,
What a rush!
and boy, was they strong? Yes, they were. And they just missed down to Demolition. If they would have fought, who would have won?
No, what you mean? They fought Demolition? They beat Demolition.
Okay.
Yeah, they beat Demolition. They fought to a standstill once, and they fought, and I think the LOD Demolition won the belt, and Legion of Doom won it back from them.
That was a battle, man. But Legion of Doom, they belong where they belong. Top 2, number 1. They just that good.
Yes, sir. Well, those are our top 15 tag team. If we missed somebody, you guys let us know in the comments. You guys, we have a lot of fun doing this. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We thank y'all. You guys, I'm Reg.
I'm Darryl. Love you guys.
And you have a blessed time, blessed day. Be easy. Peace.